guys, this is the look I got for you today. It's just sort of a light springy summery look that is sort of a minty color mixed with like a champagney gold. Just kind of brighten up the face because it's been so super sunny and beautiful, as you can probably see behind me. I just sort of want to look fresh-faced instead of like dark and dismal like I have been lately, using a lot of smoky eyes, which is kind of weird. Why am I doing that in the summer? I don't know. I hope you guys like it, and I will see you soon. I've already done the right side of my face. I haven't done like all my contour and everything like that. But basically, I've got my eye done and my foundation, so you can kind of see. I'm using the Coastal Scents palette. The colors that I will be using, this one here, and this one here. So this is really kind of the color of the eyeshadow. That's my bra. So before doing anything to our eyes, just to sort of brighten the look up, I'm going to be taking the Soft Ochre Paint Pot by MAC and just dabbing that all over my lid. Really, I'm just sort of evening out the color of the skin so that it takes away all the veins. It makes it so your eyeshadow doesn't crease throughout the day. And just sort of push it on. So then take this small little brush from the Coastal Scents, you can see I already had some eyeshadow on it, and put on a very decent amount of that mint color, tap off the excess, and start on the inner corner of your eye, and sort of just push it onto the lid. So next you want to take some of that champagney brown color that I showed you before, and I'm using the same size brush for this, and you're going to just kind of put it in this outer crease and down the outside portion of the eye. And you're just sort of doing small circular motions. It doesn't have to be perfect because remember, we're going to put foundation on. So if you get a little bit down here, really it doesn't make that much of a difference. I'm going to take and I'm going to highlight my eye with sort of a whiter shade. These are sort of a grayish, beigey toned white. Either one of these is going to work just fine. And they're at the same time, they're right actually next to that mint color. And I'm getting it onto like a kind of bigger, fluffier brush. You can see the kind of spots that I'm highlighting here. Now take any white eyeliner that you have. This is the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil, and you can see I've sharpened it down with like a pair of scissors so it's all jagged and horrifying. Don't do that. It really doesn't feel that great when you're putting it on your eye. So just line your bottom waterline with the white. And really what this does is it just opens up your eyes because it's almost like an extension of the white of your eye. And it always looks stupid before you put on mascara. It always does. It looks kind of like, I need black, but you don't need black. You're just not used to seeing it that way. The mascara that I'm going to try out today and that I have on this eye is Maybelline's The Rocket Volume Express Mascara. This is hugely and widely popular throughout the YouTube community for beauty. I tried it, and in one of my videos the other day I talked about how I really didn't like it. I'm trying to like it because there must be a reason that people like it. At first I thought it came out really spidery, but when I applied it today, maybe it's because I'm sort of like wiping off a lot of the excess, but it seems to have done me better today than it normally has. So you can curl your lashes if you need to. I always forget that step. Not intentionally, I just do. This is so hard to do without a mirror. Holy crap, that is hard to do without a mirror. It's difficult, you guys. And that's it for the eyes. Now I'm gonna move on to foundation, which really pulls the entire look together. You can do the foundation first, or you can do it after. I am using the Revlon Colorstay Whipped, and I'm just gonna apply it with a foundation brush. Most of the time, okay, all of the time that I usually apply it, I do a beauty blender. I'm gonna do a separate beauty blender tutorial, which is why I'm gonna be using a makeup foundation brush today. So just sort of get some on your brush, and it's a full coverage foundation. But maybe that's because it's so thick. It's like literally like a whipped cream type of consistency. Not whipped cream, Cool Whip. So now I'm going to be using the Coastal Scents blush contour palette and this contour blush palette. And this is the color that I'm going to use for the contour. It's a bit dark for my skin. I have been self-tanning, so I'm a little bit darker. But for the purposes of this video, I'm not going to do all my bronzer because I don't want it to take too long. So this is the blush brush from Real Techniques, and I'm just applying a bit of my contour kind of to my temples up here. And I'm going to kind of use the peachier blush for this. I want it to be real light. I don't want it to be like a heavy color. And fill in your eyebrows. This is the Sonia Kashuk Brow Definer in the color Haze. These are sort of the colors that I've been using lately. I've been either going through this or a coral, but today I'm going to do sort of a pinkier look for this. So this is the lipstick Nude Attitude from Revlon, and it is not, I wouldn't call it drying. I don't exactly know what to call it. It settles into the lines of my lips, that's what I'm trying to say. And I put that on first, just to kind of nude out my lips. And then I use the Revlon Lip Butter in Strawberry Shortcake, and I just sort of go over it in the middle. And that is it for you today. Super easy, super fast. Only 3 colors, and I really like the way that it looks. It's really bright. Well, I hope you guys like this look, and I will see you at my next video. Bye.